Stop laughing at me.
Oh, God. All right, let's go.
Oh, we're going.
Oh, hey, guys, it's Justin.
Hi, it's Amanda. No. Please delete that. Seriously. Okay, let's start again.
No, keep
Okay, starting again.
No, Justin, come on.
Oh, it's okay. We're starting over.
Justin knows. He's awesome. You're ridiculous. I'm glad that you're not our fucking producer. That would be a shit show. Okay, ready? You're a fucking mess. Look at you. Look at your hair. Virginia.
Oh, my God. Virginia, calm down.
I don't know how we're going to do a podcast today. I can't.
All right. Hey, guys, it's Dustin.
Hi, it's Amanda.
How's it going today? So we've had a rough start today, but I think we could get through. I'm just full of laughter today, so you're probably going to get a lot. We're never going to get through this. As you can see, we're full of we're full of laughter. Now, I just want to say, I know where this.
What are you doing, Amanda?
I'm not doing anything. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Okay, this is where it came from, guys. So today, at work, this guy
Work was fun today.
It was, yeah, and this is kind of where it all started off. This is why we're so happy today.
Okay, hang on a second. Speak for yourself, bitch, because I'm not happy. Happy and goofy are completely different things.
Well, like, for me, where this laughter came from, this guy came in, and Amanda was serving him, and he was very attractive.
Santron guy?
Yeah.
Ugh, so cute.
And she started flirting with him.
Was I flirting?
Well, she doesn't think it was, but I thought it was definitely flirting.
Yeah, no, it was more like friendly.
I want to get more info from you, and I think that's why.
It was more like I just want you to stay here longer so I can look at you and talk to you.
And that's why I was laughing, because I stopped and I was like, oh, she's gonna keep talking to him, and I was right, and you did, and I just couldn't help myself. And then you looked down as I was pulling something out of the drawer below. Near the floor, and
I was like, "Oh, so what's the weather like in San Francisco right now?"
And
then you lost it.
And then you're like, "Oh, Dustin, what did you say?" "Oh, Dustin."
I was like, "Oh, I don't know what I said. I just acknowledged that you were laughing at me."
Yeah. Anyway, you're funny.
I have no shame in my game.
No game in shame.
That's true. No game, and no shame. Yeah, he was cute, but of course he wasn't from here, and of course he was only here for a day. Anyway, yeah.
Have you guys? That's a good question. I mean, when someone comes into your work and they're really attractive, like it's almost like everything stops. It's like, oh,
he was attractive physically. I've seen more attractive, but I think it was his personality that I really.
He seemed very nice. Yeah.
Yes, he was. But you know what the funniest thing is when he walked up, and you were the one that said that. Why did he ask you that? Because it was kind of a random. He looks at the pastry case literally and the ready to eat and drink, and he wrote and he said, "What is good? No, is it good?" That's what he said. Is it good? I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. Are they good or something? Yeah. And I was like, oh, are you referring to like the yogurts, the parfaits? Because he was kind of looking in that area. He's like, no, like everything. And I was like, yeah, I mean, everything. Anyway, it was just a really weird question.
That was like a really good, it was a weird question.
But it got us talking.
It did. If he comes back, maybe you should get his phone number.
Well, he said he was leaving tonight, so.
Oh, leaving.
Yeah, like he's only here for the day, he said.
Oh, I thought he was here for a while and then leaving.
No, just for work. Anyway.
Maybe
we have a lot of attractive customers at our store, I find.
He'll come back with flowers and say, I was going to go, but I'm just compelled in love.
And then I was like, I'm sorry, I'm married. Burst that bubble.
If you liked it, you should have put a ring on it. He's like, oh, I missed my flight. Fuck it. Too bad. I'm not interested.
I'm not allowed to wear rings at anyway. Oops.
Would you
edit?
Would you date him?
Sorry, Justin.
It's okay. Would you date him?
I don't know. I mean...
Well, I guess that's a weird question because you don't know him.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's single and... Well, no, actually I wouldn't because he lives away. He lives far away. But also, that would be my entry into California.
Yes.
So,
that's what
I would date him. Next question, please.
Well, I think for me, if someone comes in and they're attractive, I'm kind of like only looking at them.
Oh, really? So do you get distracted?
It's a little selfish. Yeah,
That's okay.
I'll be on the till, for example, and I'll be with this customer, and I'm like paying close attention to them. And then if someone walks in, I'm just staring at them. and then looking back and staring at them. There's one time I was helping a customer and I completely didn't hear what they said.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, sorry, can you repeat that? And I think it happened once or twice.
Aw.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't that crazy to remember anything.
You
But
were love struck.
love struck. No, it was more so like,
I know.
damn,
Yeah.
what is going on there?
Yeah.
So,
Just on the topic of customers' appearances, this one girl came in today, and she was one of the international students. I've never seen her before. She was Asian, and she was wearing blue contacts. Do you remember her? Really, really fucking creepy. No, I'm serious. It did not look good. This is why these people don't have blue eyes. No, it did not look good. They were like a light blue. She looked like she was fucking demented.
but the thing about those contacts is they look bad anyway. They're
Yes,
not meant
but she really looked
to look
sick.
real.
She didn't look good.
When people when they think they're getting blue eyes when they get the contacts, that's not a realistic blue. Like my blue and your blue. That's normal. But I'm like, from here, it looks like you have a darker color.
Well, my eyes are green, actually.
Oh, well, fuck me then. I didn't know that.
No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I know you want some.
Oh, I do. I want a piece of that. I want some of Virginia.
Some Virginia sauce. See,
I didn't see that coming.
Nope.
Virginia is Dustin's hair.
Yes, we named it.
Dustin is currently rocking the long hair.
There's a lot of it.
He looks like Jesus Christ. It's really intimidating to be his friend, to be honest. Anyway,
really?
No, it looks good, but
You think you're intimidated by me?
No, I'm just kidding. But Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior.
That's intimidating.
Yeah.
If he came up to you, what would you say?
To Jesus?
Yeah.
Well, he's dead. So I know it wouldn't be him.
Very trail.
That's
trail.
real talk here.
But yeah, I do have long hair. I've been growing it out because for no reason. I've always had short hair, so I just thought, hey, let's keep it going because it's cheap. I don't have to pay for a haircut.
Right.
Trims though, I'm gonna do a trim.
Yeah, he's gonna go get a trim. But I said, you know what? He was just playing with it a minute ago, and it's really nice. Like, it's nice, and it's very voluptuous and voluminous. That's the word I was looking
I'm very
for.
lucky, I think.
So I said we need to give his hair a name, and like literally like right after I said it, Virginia. I'm like, okay, well, you've thought about this, and that's her name.
It actually was a complete guess.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah,
I think it's
right out
great.
of thin hair.
And then we had to
Pun
Google that.
intended.
Then we
Did
had.
anyone catch that?
I caught that.
What is it?
I was like, right out of thin hair. I guess you didn't.
Oh, nice. And then I had to Google or YouTube that song by Train, Virginia.
It was a good song.
We barely got through it.
It was shit. Well, now I know, finally, I could put a face on that song that's really well known, which is what the other one we listened to by Train.
Drops of Jupiter?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't know that song?
I did not. I knew Drops
Oh, you didn't know
of
they were by
Jupiter,
Train.
and I just discovered Train. I just didn't know. Yeah.
You didn't know what?
I knew the song Drops of Jupiter, and
didn't know it was by
and I
Train.
just discovered Train. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they're not bad.
They're pretty
Anyway.
good in their time, I guess.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
pretty good. But anyway, so I think what's interesting about long hair, though, is keeping it well. And then also trying to make sure you're not getting into, like when I'm at work, I need to make sure it's not, like, falling into shit, because it does. There's a lot of hair that comes out on a daily. And so that's another thing that's interesting. What about you? Do you ever have to, like, I mean, you put some of your...
Nothing.
You put some of your hair in a bun, but like you have the strands here. Does any of that fall out?
No.
No.
I'm trying to think. You know what? I technically at work, I don't think we're supposed to have our hair down, but I know some people still wear it down. Like, for example,
I hate that.
2299.
2299.
That bitch wears it down all the time.
Oh, she's a rebellious.
She thinks her shit don't stink. Well, let me tell you.
I think we should be able to let her hair down.
2299. Yeah, we're gonna
think-
have her on. She's we work with her, you guys, and she's just this little like Filipino bundle of. Oh my god, she's so funny. And oh my gosh.
She's like rebellious in the weirdest ways. Like, for example, she keeps her hair down, and also
She's
she was
a horn
told to
dog,
wear.
too. She turns everything sexual. I love it.
She was told to put her glasses on. We should have had her as a guest, but she worked today. She's told to put her glasses on, but she never fucking does. She doesn't like.
She wears them on her head.
Yeah, she ignores it.
Oh, I love her because she's like 50. She's 53, I think. So she figures like, fuck it. I'm so close to retirement. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. But also, the other day, I don't know if I told you this, Dustin, but I had a customer. He wanted a tea, or she wanted a tea. I can't remember if it was a girl or a guy. I walked over to the tea station, and then the person yells at me, or not yells, but was just like, "Oh, can I get 2 tea bags?" And then Thelma in my ears like, "Oh, is she sure she wants 2 tea bags?" It was so funny because, teabagging, right? Like, she's a fucking little horn dog.
She is. I think she's...
It's hilarious. I'm like, and then I start laughing because it's like the last thing I'm expecting out of her mouth.
Are you hot right now? You're in a coat. Do you feel...
I'm good now.
Do you feel good now? Yeah. I was
better.
like, why are you...
Sorry.
Can I see your scarf?
Yeah.
It looks really
No.
comfortable. Why? What do you think I'm going to do with
Stay away
it?
from my scarf, okay? I know you have ideas for my scarf.
What do you think I'm going to do with it? Put it in like my pants or something?
Well, you never know.
All right. Well,
All right. So,
I want her
guys, just so you guys know, after our podcast today, we're going to attempt to take some pictures.
we already have pictures.
No, we don't.
I literally took a couple snapshots of her going with like this sort of wrap hand in her pants.
Well,
sort
how
of
it
thing.
started was that we had a light that went on. It was like
found them
it
in
was
our
kind of
studio.
like a photo shoot light. So we put
They
it on.
weren't here before, and I think they just came in
Yeah.
here and just so we turned them on, and it just seemed like it was this perfect sort of thing.
So then he starts doing like taking these shots.
Oh,
with his
yeah,
iPhone.
yes. Get down
and I
real
was just
hard,
doing all
like
these ridiculous
snap, snap.
faces. You guys, honestly, I am not attractive, but when I
Oh, you're
when
beautiful.
I get silly, I get really unattractive. Like almost like is that a dude? Is that a girl or a guy?
Oh my God.
That's how unattractive I get. Where it's to like
She looks like a
question
girl.
mark.
She looks like a girl, first of all. And second of all, she looks so happy in the pictures. And she just doesn't.
So basically, I look ugly when I look happy. Okay, great. I'll stay miserable forever.
Yay! Hashtag miserable.
Now I know why I had resting bitch face.
You honestly look good. So I think you should
You're
just
sweet,
stop
but
worrying
really,
about
those
it.
pictures did not look good. Dustin has a track record of taking awful pictures of me. It's really bad, you guys.
We
It's
hung
really
out
bad.
once. We hung out once, and she was behind.
Like a fucking ghost child.
She was behind us, and for some reason, I was like, selfie. Everybody come into the picture. And I think she
No,
might
that's
have.
the thing. You didn't do that. We
Oh,
were
okay.
walking and you fucking put your phone up and just took a picture.
And she's looking at something and she's just going for it. And as I took the picture, it just looks like she was on a mission. And she looked so certain. And there was just this tiny clip of the front of her face that was right beside my head. And she just looks like this little ghost mouse. Just like, how's it going?
Exactly. It was almost like blurry. I wasn't even meant to be in the picture, but like my face is there for like a second. Oh my God, you guys. Really? Honestly, I think we should.
We should post that to our Instagram.
Yes, I was just going to say, even though it's an awful picture.
Oh, we have Instagram?
We have Instagram.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah, we'll post it, you guys, because you have to see it. You really just, there's no way you can describe it.
No.
You have to just see it.
Should we like crop it so we just see your face? Or should we?
No, they should see you in there too.
I look like trash in that
No,
one.
yeah, you look like Jesus Christ with a ball cap.
Justin looks good. He
Yeah,
looks like
Justin looks.
I don't look like myself though. That's what's tricky.
We all don't look like ourselves.
Yeah,
which is
Oh,
sort of
you know
the
what's
point.
shitty though?
What?
Something is in that picture. There's,
Is
No, I
he
don't-
in that picture?
I think
No.
so.
We know Photoshop.
Yeah, we were hanging out with
cover
someone that night that, he was kind of a damper.
We were having a good night, and then he just involved.
It was a bit of a rain cloud.
He involved himself into our public space, and it got really annoying.
Yeah, he basically raped us.
When you say, "Okay, people," yes, when
really,
someone
though.
touches you
No
and you
means
say
no.
and you say no, that means no. And I've experienced that as a man. Like, come on. If I say don't touch me, that doesn't mean touch me again.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That was so awkward, Justin. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He was like, "Don't touch me,"
That
and
was
then
so weird.
And then me and Justin were just like, "Ooh, that's a little awkward."
I was like,
It was like a silence after because he
was-
didn't know how to respond to it.
it was even more awkward because I was laughing. I was like, don't touch me.
Yeah, you
Don't
were
touch
actually
me.
pissed. You were like, "Don't touch me." I loved it.
I gotta stop chewing my nails. Ugh.
Okay, so we kind of went off track there, but you guys, that's going to happen. You know, like, you're getting to know us. We are a couple of goofballs, honestly. Like, it's ridiculous. But
We're sober, by the way, too. Just to let you know.
Completely. You guys, I'm in a bit of a daze right now. I just moved into a new place yesterday.
Yay!
Yay! And it's not just your run-of-the-mill place, because, like, I have been renting for the last 6-7 years. My parents just bought a place, and I'm going to be paying off the mortgage every month. So it's kind of like paying rent, but paying
How long?
rent. I don't know how long it's going to take. I mean, we might resell it before and then buy something else. My mom wants to buy a 1-bedroom next because this place is just a studio.
Maybe I could take it when I get. Maybe
It is so
Justin and I can take
nice, you guys, and it's in such a great part of the city. Like, there's everything. Anyway, I don't want to go on about it, but I'm really happy. But I have a lot to do, so I have a lot on my mind, and I'm a little bit distracted. But yeah. So did we want to talk about anything that happened today? Or today was pretty good.
I think we've covered a bit of it,
can
though,
we
because
talk
we've
about-
talked about, like, you know, love struck, like when you're looking at someone
Yeah,
and you're
when
like,
somebody-
not paying attention.
Can
What
we
were you
talk
gonna
about that time today when there was a bunch of not international, they weren't even students. They were just like fresh off the boat, literally, didn't speak a lick of English. And it was really
very true,
frustrating.
because we had a huge lineup.
Yes.
And so
and this girl's on her phone. She walks up to
two
me.
people were on their phone,
Yeah.
actually.
I'm like, she's on her phone, and I'm like, hi. And then she's still talking on her phone, and I'm like, hi, if you're not ready to order, like, you know, we have a lineup behind you. Like, it was a huge lineup out of the door.
Yes.
Long.
It was ridiculous. Well, the first person who had a phone was a male, and he was standing there, and I was helping you. And so basically, I was order support. So I talked to the person
Dustin was
before.
kind of grabbing everything for me as I was getting the orders, and I was ringing them up.
Yeah, so I was talking to the person before the customer that Amanda was dealing with. So I would preemptly get cups ready. And so I was looking at him, and I was like, hi. And he ignored me. Well, he didn't ignore me. He was on his phone, and I said, hi, you with the phone. And then he finally looked up. And I was like, what can I get you? And he was like, can I get so-and-so?
Yeah, like it's like you're interrupting them. It's like, are you kidding me?
The thing is, he didn't know how to speak English, so I had to ask him over and over again. And that happened a lot of times. And don't get me wrong, like, I mean, if I go to another country and I'm not speaking fluently, you can hate on me all you want. Or not hate on me, just be like annoyed. I get it. So, I mean, be prepared. Like, know how to speak the language wherever you're at when you're going to a freaking business.
I have to disagree with that because, well, not disagree, but I have to say that the majority of our customers do not speak English as a first language, and that's not a problem. There was a group of, I believe they were from China. And very rude, just very rude. Like, this girl was like, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what happened now, but she kind of said what she wanted, and then I repeated it, and then she gave me a half-ass, you know, confirmation on it, and I was just like, wow, like, I'm sorry. Am I interrupting your conversation? Am I in your way? Like, I'm pretty sure that you've come up to me now. Anyway, it was just rude, and then that Russian couple. Ugh. Rude.
I think what the issue was the language barrier. There wasn't a lot of communication happening, and I found that it was very frustrating because we were busy. We didn't have enough staff, and so like it was slow because the interaction was very slow. We wanted to get in and out.
Yeah.
Talk to them for like a minute or so, or just a couple seconds to get to know them, and then pass the drink on. But I really felt it was because the language, and that was kind of an issue. I don't think if I were to go to somewhere that spoke a completely different language, I wouldn't go into other places just like assuming they would know what I'm saying. Like, it's just that's as easy as it gets. And also, you were getting frustrated with them pointing at stuff.
Oh,
you were
that
getting
was
really
the worst. Because it's like, I don't know what you're pointing at, so I had to come around and look.
Because they can't read English, and so that's really frustrating because you have to go around.
Thank you for bringing that up because that was a big part of it today. The pointing. Ugh.
The screen behind you.
Sound it out.
There's a green screen behind you. It keeps moving back and forth. I feel like it's going to collapse on you.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just worried for you.
I'm right up on it. That's why.
Oh, okay. It just looks like it's moving with you. It's like kind of dancing.
I'm right up on it like peanut butter on jelly.
Get it in there, nice and stick
And then
it.
there was this older Russian couple.
Yes.
And I didn't know they were Russian until the lady behind me told me, and I'll tell you the story. So they were very rude. I thought they were going to come in and just order like one drink each. No, they ordered a drink each. They ordered a panini each. They ordered a freaking pastry.
They got
two
a whole
cappuccinos. And an oatmeal. Just to top it right off at the end there, an oatmeal. And that was fine. But the guy was like, ham. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you want the carved ham? That's fine. We're out of it. Okay. And then he's like, sandwiches. And I'm like, yep. So all of our sandwiches are in the pastry case right here. I showed him. He points to the ham sandwich again. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's the exact same one that's in the picture. We have no more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what he ended up choosing, but they were really rude. And she was giving me, like, death looks at the end there. Like, she did not like me, and I did not care for her either. And then the woman behind her I said, oh, is it just me or were they rude? I think I said that to you or something. And then she was like, they were very rude.
The gentleman also said it, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if
but she was like, they are Russian. And Russians are very ignorant, and I know because I am Russian. And I said, well, you're so nice. And she's like, yes, but they are rude, and they are Russian. And I said, okay. Anyway, so that was nice to kind of get clarification that even though she's Russian as well, that they were rude. Anyway, end of story. They were rude.
Well, it's funny because, like, I agree with, like, if you like, they should speak more fluently, you know, to speed things up, or they should be able to read whatever language wherever they are.
They were getting frustrated, which is it's just like, well, what did you expect? That I was just going to be able to read your mind?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I am sensitive to people who speak English as a second language.
Yeah,
but
and for me, it didn't. For me, though, I wasn't affected as much by them personally.
I didn't. Yeah, you were
because I was
on the till though.
Because I was what I heard from them, they just didn't know what to say, and I felt like they were. Like, you were very agitated, but they were just, like, oblivious to the whole scenario. I felt like they didn't even, like, care. Because when I handed the oatmeal, she just smiled and she was nice, and I was like, oh, okay. Because usually they would be more snarty, like, grabbing it from my hand. That happens all the time. But anyway, I don't know. That's just how I saw it.
I may have been. That's what I thought. And then that woman came up to me and she sort of was like, no, they were really rude. Because I was like, oh, maybe I was a little impatient with them. Because I did feel bad. Because, you know, my dad... English is his second language. I used to teach ESL, so I'm usually very sensitive toward that. But if you're going to come in and be rude and be on your phone and stuff, I mean, you know what I mean? And there's being considerate of the people behind you. That's really what I was struggled with today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something that's...
And those two Russians were kind of at the end of my shift, so I was sort of like, okay, like, I'm done with this.
I think a really cool way to deal with that is to be like, okay, speak louder, but not aggressively. Like, be like, hi, how are you? Like, I feel like that always works with me. If I have to keep repeating myself, then it just becomes a little bit more frustrating. But most of the time, if I'm like a little bit louder and giving eye contact, it works really well. So if you're I don't know, if you are Russian and you're talking to an English person and you don't understand what they're saying, maybe speak it louder so they can understand, and vice versa. Like, for anybody going back and forth in terms of talking with someone that they don't understand the language, I think that usually works. But I could be wrong. Just for me personally, it works really well. I don't know.
Speaking of Russian, that's my other half, by the way. I know I've mentioned that my dad's Italian. My mom is Canadian, but her background is Russian.
Really?
So now I know where I get my arrogance from, because it's certainly not from the Italians. That's for damn sure.
What are Italians usually like?
Very friendly, but...
Your dad was really
unorganized. Oh my God, unorganized. You know what my dad said the other day? He didn't even need to say anything else, and we all started laughing. He was like, can you imagine if IKEA wasn't Swedish, but it was Italian? We just all started laughing. What a shit show that would be.
Yes.
No, really. That's what they're known for. If you've ever been to Italy, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Is it a little bit, it's more, what do you call it, arbitrary? Like, a lot of the things are just unorthodox?
I don't know. It's like YOLO over there. It's like, YOLO. You know, it's like fucking everything's just, you know, whatever. Like, there's no order. There's no organization. It's just like... Oh, you bought this train ticket? Oh, well, it doesn't mean anything. Like, that's basically what it's like there. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I think, though, when there's no lineup and there's somebody who's taking longer or has a language barrier, I think I'm a lot more patient. I think it's when there's a big lineup that's what gets me. That's what gets me.
It's very frustrating.
And I feel bad because I'm like, oh, you know, every customer experience should be good, but... I feel like there's more urgency, and there is, but yeah, it's just unfortunate
I get that.
when they come in during a rush because it's like, oh.
They come into groups too, and not just
Oh,
the
they come in
international
groups.
students. There everybody. I almost feel like it's a curse of where we live. It's usually kind of like they come in herds, like people.
It's true.
Just general people.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's like 1 minute there'll be nobody in the store. The next minute you'll have a whole lineup of people. It's like they just all came in together.
Yes, that's always what it is.
No, I'm serious.
It's
yeah.
never like droplets. It's always like a
Yep.
wave of people.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever.
Anyway, just an observation.
Yeah, so that was fun. The thing is though, so let's talk about, because there was a lady who me and Amanda engaged with a really awesome customer.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, it was really great. I won't say names because we really don't need to.
No.
She has a podcast of her own, and we're probably going to get.
Does she?
She has 2. Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, at the end at the bar, so we can probably get in more contact with her and get more info
Cool.
about it, and hopefully we can like exchange ideas, or not ideas, just get more. I don't know. Well, I'm a loss for words. Just I don't know. Get to know her. So she was standing in line, and so this is kind of how it went. And basically, we were talking about a story. And we were talking, and Amanda called me a dog, and
That sounds really bad out of context. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty much what I did. But I love dogs, so it's a compliment.
it is. And then that's what she said. And then
And we were also talking about Justin.
Yes.
And he was Harry Potter for Halloween. And I was saying that he looked sexy in glasses.
yes,
So then this woman comes up, and then I called Dustin a dog, and he laughed because he wasn't expecting it.
yeah.
And there was a reason why I called him that, but we won't get into that. And then so she comes up, she's like, I'm pretty sure that I heard it wrong, but were you guys just talking about your sexy dog that dressed up like Harry Potter for Halloween? And I don't know, it just caught us off guard, and we just started howling. She was so funny. She was laughing too.
She played it really well too.
was so funny.
She was so good at timing. I think she's like a comedian.
Yeah,
though.
she kind of reminded me of Michelle, to be honest.
Yeah, there's something really cool about her. Hey, Justin. Oh, actually, you never
wasn't
saw
there.
it.
Just wasn't there.
We were talking about
Yeah,
you, so
yeah.
you kind of were there.
I guess so.
Yeah.
In spirit.
But anyway, yeah, so that was really good. And then right after that awesome experience, a herd of people came, and it was like, it just went to shit. So it was like, oh, we got the positive, and now we have to deal with the negative. It's like, oh, whatever. But
Yeah, overall it was a good day. It was busy. Busy's always good. It makes it go fast.
yeah, I'm actually working at another job now, so
You wanna talk about that?
Yeah, it's basically just setting up Christmas in
So
all of the
is there-
malls throughout Vancouver.
Oh, you're not at just one mall.
No, it's multiple. I'm only going to go to 2 because the other ones that
Are out
the
of the
other
way.
malls, they're far away. It's
Yeah.
like you have to cross the bridge.
Oh,
I think
farther than Park Royal.
farther than Abbotsford.
That's West Vancouver Park Royal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there any customer service involved? Are you interacting with customers at
I think
all,
what's important is
Or
the-
how are you with other people that you work with?
That's what I was going to say. It's the
Okay.
interaction with people.
So like other people you're working with.
Yeah, so it's my second year working with them. I'm not experienced in anything in terms of setting up Christmas decorations. It's not something
Well,
I want
it's
to do.
not
I don't want to
for-
be in upper management there. It's just for me to get money.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to get any sort of
Anything out of it. It's just
anything
extra
out-
money,
yeah.
pocket money. Yep.
maybe meet a couple people, couple friends. Anyway, the management there, they're a family. There's like 4 of them, and they're really nice. They're great. And so I got to know them for the first year. Second year, so it's this year, and there's a new guy. This guy was absolutely ridiculous.
Like how?
Well, we started going to the storage unit. There's a storage unit. There's a couple in the mall. This mall is at Metrotown, so it's Metrotown Burnaby.
Yes,
Yes,
and it's a zoo.
it's crazy. And so we headed to the storage room, and so we have to get like these huge carts. They have 4 wheels, and we can roll them, but they have like these gates on them. So when we're decorating everything, we have to put these gates to surround all of these Christmas decorations, because people can't just walk in and start touching everything, right?
Right.
And there's also things hanging above, like on the ceiling, and you don't want those falling on people. So those gates are there to protect people from going in, or to let people know that you're not supposed to go in. And so we got these gates. We're bringing them out, and right off the bat, this guy's like, "Oh, we should probably tie these carts together, and have them single file." And so I was like, "Oh, all right, that seems cool." So at the time, and then I realized that this guy just wanted to do that because he wanted to show off his knotting skills. This guy was just going ham on these knots that he was making.
Gosh.
He's making professional knots. And I was like, he's literally doing this just to show that he can make knots. So I'm like, I bet you that's in his resume. I worked in construction. I make excellent knots. Like, I just feel like that's his type of thing. Anyway, so it failed, obviously. Like, it was pointless. We didn't need to tie all of these four carts.
Masters in knotting.
Yeah. Could you imagine? But like, picture this though. Like, you have 4 carts with 4 people tied up to make one thing, and one person has to move it.
Yeah.
And then the other 3 are moving the other ones, but not really because they're all fucking tied up. It didn't make sense.
No, clearly he was bored and he wanted to make it the knot show.
He wanted it to make the knot show, but he also wanted to show his sort of superiority and his skills.
Oh boy!
And it's like, get over yourself. This is your first time here. Who are you trying to impress? You're in a fucking mall.
So how many of there are you that
There's
are doing
a lot.
the setup?
And
a
it
lot?
changes.
Okay.
It varies.
Okay.
So anyway, eventually we get to a point where we're with our manager, and she realizes that this isn't working. She's a great manager too, because she obviously let him do it to try it out. She knew it wasn't going to work because she's been doing this for years. Anyway, so we untie it. She's like, I don't think this is going to work because we have to go into the mall and move these. And so we untie them, and then we start moving them individually, which worked a lot faster. So anyway, that happened. And, and then we would start setting other things up, and he would say things like, can you do this for me? Blah, 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 like demanding all of these things all of a sudden. And I was just like, I don't fucking know you. Like, who are you?
Exactly.
Like, if you were a manager, or even if you were someone I was with last year who's in the same position, yeah, sure, I'd do it. But like, get a reality check. Like, anyway, it's really frustrating. And it got to a point where I kind of snapped at him a little bit. I was like, no, I have to do this. Or it was something like that. Oh, yeah.
Like, nuh-uh, let me show you how things are done here, girlfriend.
Yeah, like, back up, bitch. And I had
Exactly.
to, and we were inflating something. He's like, oh, the zipper isn't closed. I'm like, no, it's supposed to be like that. And he's like, oh, and then the manager told him, and he's like, oh, I'm going to zip it. And I'm like, it's not supposed to. I know
How old is this guy? Like, ballpark?
Probably like 30.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. The manager doesn't know what I'm doing. And so, like, I told you not to. And eventually we had to deflate it and unzip it again because the lights fell. And I knew that is what would happened. And it was just so stupid.
And this is why I'm single.
Yes.
This is what's out there. These are these 30-year-olds, 30-something-year-olds.
He wasn't even attractive. I'm sorry. He had glasses, like balding blonde hair. And he was like, I don't know. He had like big arms, but it was weird. I don't know. You know.
He sounds like a potato.
Yes, that's a great way to describe him.
So, Justin, any input?
What do you think about that? Because I know I'm a demanding person, but I mean, I'll at least get to know someone for a fucking month before I start even
a week.
Even a week.
This guy's coming in day one.
Day one.
Gross. Yeah, no. I hate that. I hate when people, you're in the same level, like you're the same position of seniority and authority, and they just feel like they need to direct you around.
It's like the opposite of making a good first impression.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like, don't people think about that? Like, okay, I'm new, like, kind of want to, get off on the right foot.
Yeah.
Like,
it's weird though, because like they in their head, I feel like they think that they're getting ahead by
they're making a difference.
but the opposite is happening.
Yeah.
They're just being like, what's that word? Obnoxious and annoying.
Ignorant too.
Yes,
Yeah.
just irritating.
That's frustrating. Ooh.
I get feminists now. I understand them, how annoying that can be. Like a guy just comes in and just tries to, I don't know, own the place. It's like
mansplain.
Well,
yeah.
And I guess maybe I guess women would do that too. I mean, there are types of women out there. I guess I would do that, but it's just like, God, you're so intolerable.
Yeah.
So I get it, feminists. Don't worry.
So I want to talk about something. I feel like I have to sneeze though.
Let it out.
I'll like.
It's one of those.
Look into the light.
That was a really small one. Okay.
A coo.
I do that with Lizzie all the time.
Really?
She'll come up to my mouth with her mouth, and I'm like, a poo, and then she'll like go away, but then she'll come back. I'm like, a poo, meaning like you're too close. I don't know why I say it, but it's so cute. And she's like, I fucking miss her.
Now the whole world. Oh, jeez, you were like on a fucking spectrum of emotions there. You were just like laughing.
Lizzie
Now you're
Lou.
sad.
I love my Lizzie Lou. I don't know if I've talked about her yet, but
Lizzie is her dog.
she's my dog.
Yeah, for all we know, she could have been like your boyfriend,
grandma.
your grandmother.
A poo. Okay, so
Your monkey.
Halloween just passed. It was on Tuesday,
Fucking Christmas already.
and Justin was working,
I was.
and he sent us a clip of, I guess they were doing karaoke at his
Oh
work.
God, yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that it was that bad. Like there was this, he had a clip of this woman singing Thriller by Michael Jackson. And it literally sounded like she was just like trying to remember the words in her head, and her voice was awful.
Yeah.
But I wrote, what did I write to you, Justin? I was like, what the fuck? Like, aren't karaoke machines supposed to supply the lyrics? Like, at least get
Yeah,
the lyrics
that's
right,
what you
woman.
said.
But like, they were really bad.
There
And
were-
I feel bad that you have to listen to that all night while you're working.
That's why everybody hates working on Tuesdays, because karaoke.
Oh, they were doing it because okay. So it just happened to be on a Halloween too.
yeah.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was so funny, though. And then your face at the end, then he turns the camera to his face, and he's just like, no.
It's every week, I swear.
Oh.
Except later on in the night, there were some really good ones.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, there was a Lady Gaga impersonator.
good.
I'm surprised I didn't record her. I should have.
You should have.
She was amazing.
Oh, really?
Are there lyrics? There's none?
Yeah, I think so. I think
That's
they have.
what karaoke is.
Oh, actually, yeah, there has to be.
Yeah, but you made it sound like there weren't lyrics for this.
Well, that's
woman.
because she was so like behind in her head.
Yeah, like there were lyrics, but the woman sounded like she was just closing her eyes and just trying to remember the
Right,
words.
okay.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
because karaoke, it supplies the music without the words, and it
Yeah.
supplies the lyrics on screen. I
Yeah.
believe that's what karaoke is.
Yeah, they have like a laptop in
We need to
front
do
for them to
karaoke
watch.
one
Oh
night
my god, yes,
when we're
please.
drunk with Emily.
That would be so fun.
Oh, I love Emily. She's
I love
so
her
funny.
too. We're gonna have her on.
We need her to be
she's working
on.
doubles this week, but Emily sadly has resigned at the job, so she's only got 2 weeks left with us. But of course, we're still gonna see her.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll have her on. She'll have more time, hopefully.
Yeah, of course. I hope so. She's really busy all the time. She's working a lot. I don't know how she does it, honestly. That's insane. People who work hard, good for you. Good for fucking you.
And we have a lot of them at our work, which
We
you know
do.
what?
Oh, yes.
I have a lot of respect for people like that. Really.
I was just talking to you about like one of them in particular, Soon, and I was
Yep.
like, she's the type of person I want to be friends with. Like that
Soon
person.
is
there.
awesome. I feel like Soon, she's very hardworking. She knows when to be serious, but she can also let her hair down and have fun and have drinks.
Because girls
She is
just want to have fun.
hilarious. Yeah, right.
She always does that too. She's very consistent with everything she does.
Like she was kind of short with me the other day for the first time ever in 1 year. I've been here 1 year now. And I understood why. It was nothing personal, so I didn't take it personally. She was just stressed out. There's a lot going on. So I just brushed it off because I'm sure I can be like that too sometimes. But yeah, no, love her. She's such a hard worker and she deserves everything. She really does because hard workers, they should get...
You're pretty hardworking too. Like you have a lot of stamina.
Yeah, I know. But then, I feel bad because I feel like in a way, it's like I was talking to Soon the other day and she was like, oh, you're a homeowner now and that's my dream. And I was just thinking like, yeah, and she works so hard and I kind of just had it handed to me. I mean, yes, I work and I'm going to contribute, of course, but my parents did really well. They worked really hard and now, they're both retired and they've got great pensions and they've just paid off their mortgage to their house, and now they're able to help my brother and I out. They also help my brother and his girlfriend out.
Really?
Yeah. Well, him and his girlfriend make pretty good money, but
Yeah.
they still lent them some money to put a down payment. So,
right.
So they bought a place, and it's actually not even built yet. It's getting built as we speak. So they're going to move in fall of 2018, so in a year. So yeah, so my parents, and they said, what's it all for if you can't help out your kids? I mean, that's what you work hard for, right? So that you can give your
that's a good
kids
moral.
a good life. And yeah, so I'm really, really lucky. And this place is just so nice. And I'm going to go back to that. Sorry.
Isn't that interesting? Like people are different too, because like your parents see that, but my parents don't.
A lot of people don't.
They've always been just more self-full. Like they've never really thought about like us as kids.
Right.
Like, oh, we should like, what else is there to live for? My
That's
kids,
usually
right?
what you see, for me, I'm very selfish, and that's why I don't want kids. Not right now, anyway. But if I was to have kids, and your parents had how many? 4?
Yeah.
Like, I would be thinking, okay, like, maybe I should start to think about putting savings so that they can have money for school and this and that. Like, if you're going to have a big family, you would think that you would think about that in a way. But, maybe people don't see it like that. Or maybe people just don't have the means,
Yeah, everyone's different.
Yeah,
too.
everything's different. And you guys are all going to be fine, and you're all going to find your way.
Oh, yes,
and
of
that's
course.
probably what they just figured. But yeah, a little bit of help would be nice if you can help out. Then
My mom did give me $100 a month for my entire college.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
Yeah, so it was a little bit of
it's something.
income. That was really nice.
Yeah.
That's all they could do. So, anyway.
as long as your parents do what they can, that's really all that.
Yeah, and
I'm not
the
saying,
love.
just because you can't, give your kids, buy your kids a place and pay for all their school, you shouldn't have kids. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry. I just mean, if you're planning on having a family, you'd think that, you would. I think I'm getting myself in trouble. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all you hardworking parents. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Dug yourself a hole.
Yeah, I'm going to just quiver away now. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 This podcast is not parent friendly. I'm going to have a lot of parents on my ass. You fucking bitch. I tried my hardest. I
did all I could do.
No, and absolutely, I'm sorry.
How fucking fast you change in tone in your voice is really scary.
I don't mean to come off that way. I'm just really, really appreciative of my parents. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I love it.
What are we at time-wise, Justin?
42 minutes.
Oh,
Perfect.
shit.
Yeah,
We're going to wrap
getting
it up
there.
soon here. What do you guys want to talk about?
Talk about
Everything else you wanna
Talk about.
Jesus Christ, you look like Jesus.
Hallelujah. Allah, Allah.
Allah? What are you, Muslim now?
Yes, I am Muslim. Oh man, that's really offensive. Okay, we're done. All right, guys. So that's
Cut that out, please.
Yeah, so that's the end.
Anything you'd like to plug, Dustin?
Justin, get off my ass.
Oh, should we do our social media? Our email?
That's what he meant.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Amanda,
So cut
get
all
it.
that and just and then we'll do the have a nice fucking day and the countdown. You're gonna cut all this anyway, so it's good.
I kind of don't want to. Anyway, so basically, I just want to start off with the email because that's really important.
Yeah.
So it's HCF.
False. That's
shit.
wrong. HCIFHY.
Justin, why don't you do it?
I mean, I
You
can.
have all the information.
Okay, guys. Justin speaking. We have an email.
He's made all the stuff, by the way.
Yes, I've been working so hard, and then you guys never
Justin
plug it.
is the brains behind all of it. We're just the fucking voice.
No, you guys are great. If
He's the
Yeah.
stomach to our body.
wow, that's
He's the
beautiful.
asshole to our anus.
He's the Viagra to our erect.
I got one. He's I can't. He's the lube. That's all I have. You're the lube.
He's the lube.
You're the lube. You know what? That's a fucking compliment.
I love that.
You are the fucking lube.
It's like
Without
the
the lube, you can't have intercourse.
Without
That's true.
Wait,
I
really?
mean,
Anal.
no.
You can't have anal. Anal.
Yeah, don't do that.
Anal. You can't anal. No anal.
We're gonna cut this. I hope.
No, no,
I
we're
think
not.
Justin's magical. He'll
Justin,
do.
I'm gonna just trust you to cut what you think is appropriate.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, go, Justin.
Okay, guys.
Why do we
Okay,
always
guys.
interrupt you in every fucking
It's
podcast?
it's because I'm not really supposed to be talking.
No, you are though.
I'm just
You
the
are. What are you
producer.
talking
This
about?
is your podcast.
Okay, whatever.
We're
so,
just the actors.
oh my god, that's beautiful. We have an email,
beautiful.
hcifhy@gmail.com. That's HCIFHY, like a sneeze. So that's pretty much the acronym across all of social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, and Gmail. Oh, and YouTube. Did I say YouTube?
Nope.
And YouTube.
Are we doing YouTube too?
I just figured we can.
Cool.
It's like a good place to upload audio for
Yeah,
free.
cool.
So yeah, I think I'm going to.
So we're gonna try to get a picture for you guys.
Yeah,
That's gonna happen soon,
You know.
and just give you more of who we are.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. We also have a website, hcifhy.com. So that's like where the audio media files are going to stay, And then it'll also be on like iTunes and Stitcher and SoundCloud and all those things.
That's
too.
cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, it was great. This was an awesome podcast. I love this one.
we always enjoyed talking to you guys and talking to each other.
Yeah, so anyway, we're going to go. So just to let you know, have a great fucking day.
I choked. Okay, ready?
Have a great fucking day.
Bitches.